Hey y'all. I thought we would just do a little more gluing today, but before we get to that, I want to show you a couple things that I did earlier this week. One of them is this larger than my camera frame little book that I got at, I don't even know where, flea market or something. It's probably in a video from years ago. I don't remember where I picked it up, but it was on Rembrandt, and it had some of his works of art in here that I thought I might use at some point. I never did. It's just been sitting on a shelf for years, but it's kind of big. I mean, you can see it doesn't fit in the frame of my camera. So it's large, it's not very thick, and I had been collecting these sheets. I think I showed last time. I had some full sheets of magazine ads that were out of the Wine Spectator magazine, which is a large format magazine, and I liked the whole page. Like, I just loved the ads, and so I pulled out the whole page to keep and then didn't know what to do with them. Well, here's what I did with them. I stuck them in here just so that I could enjoy them in their fullness. I can go in and add stuff to them later if I want to, or, you know, mess with them. But at least I've got them somewhere so that they don't get all narfed up. Because they don't fit in any of my file folders. They don't fit in my sheet protectors. They're too long. So I pulled them out and then I just glued them on the pages in here. And what I used is this Aleene's tacky spray glue. And this has been sitting in my garage cabinet for, I don't know, like at least a year, untouched. And I just shook it up real good, sprayed it. It was perfect. It didn't come out clumpy. It sprayed thin and even. It was still, you know, sticky like it needed to be. It was awesome. So, yeah, I love stuff that can sit on the shelf indefinitely and not go bad. And, you know, it's perfect the next time I pick it up, even if it's a year later. That's just a good product right there. So yeah, I put these in here. I put the spray glue on the back of the magazine page and then carefully placed it down because, you know, once it touches the other surface, you're committed. So some of these are not completely straight, but that's okay. I just wanted them in here. I wanted them completely flat and smooth, and really some kind of a spray glue is your best bet for that, because almost anything else you have a chance of buckling or wrinkling. You know, there's some glues you can get super smooth, but it takes some effort, and I just wanted to slap it down and be done. So that's what I did. And I went through, and you know, some of the pages have just words, some have pictures, and I just I put my magazine pages mostly on the pages that had words. Not like I'm going to use any of the pictures. I've had this thing for years, and I haven't used a single picture out of it, but you know. I might, I don't know, I guess there's still always a chance. And I've still got lots of room for other ones. And this was a free subscription to this Wine Spectator magazine, and I don't even know how long it lasts. So I may not ever get another one. But either way, I really love this. I've just got this kind of cool book with some Rembrandt art and some ads that I like. And some of them are repeats, you know, because I've had 2 or 3 of the same ad. That's okay. I just stuck them in. And then, yeah, this one I didn't cover up, and I don't know that I will, because this is Rembrandt's Night Watch, and I've actually seen this up close and in person. Y'all, it is huge, huge, and amazing. And it was years and years ago in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. But I remember it vividly because it made an impression on me, so I didn't cover that one up. And, you know, I don't know, this one's got a nice fold out, yeah. I don't know what I'll end up doing with these, but anyway, I've got, look at that. That's a fancy dress rooster right there. I kind of like that. So that's what I did with those big magazine ads. You know, mainly just to keep them from getting messed up, because they're weird size, just makes them difficult to store. And I kind of sort of used them. I don't know, like I said, I don't know where they go from here, but I'm happy that I found this book that I had on hand to put them in. So there is that. And, okay, more gluing today. Oh, a few days ago or earlier this week, or maybe it was last weekend, I can't remember. I've lost all track of time. Anyway, I got together virtually with Rosemary Morris and Vicki Ross, and I hope I remember to put their channel links in the video description so that you can go visit them. But we just had ourselves a little online play session because, you know, before the pandemic, we would occasionally get together at Rosemary's studio here in Arkansas. She would just have like an open play day and invite her local art buddies to just come on over and do stuff. Well, we haven't been able to do that. And even before the pandemic, I hadn't been out there in quite a while because of my work schedule. I was either working on the weekends, or if I had the weekend off, I was too tired from working all week. How long has that been dangling there? Sorry. Okay. There's a reason that that's there. Let's see if I can get it out of the way. Alright, hopefully it'll stay put. Okay, sorry about that. So we just sat and, you know, we turned on our cameras and we just virtually had a play date. We had a virtual play date. That's what I meant to say. And while we were chatting and stuff, I just pulled out some stencils and 4 or 5 colors of paint and some brushes and where are they? These wax papers. I have this little folder of, this is just mostly dollar store wax paper that I use to put between painted pages when they're drying, right? So I just keep this here and use it when I need it. And after a while, they start losing their wax properties because they get paint all over them. These are all pretty good. Yeah, some of them I use, you know, to put between stencils that are painty. And they just get really disgusting. These are not too bad because I already pulled out all the disgusting ones, and the ones that had just tons of paint and gunk all over them and weren't the least bit waxy anymore, well, that's what I stenciled on. And because they weren't waxy, you know, the stenciling did fine. The paint stuck. It's perfectly fine. See, they've got all kinds of stuff underneath and paint and, you know, wiped off brushes and I don't even know. So yeah, I just grabbed some stencils, some paints, and then that's what I did. And they glue down awesome too, because, you know, like I said, they're really not waxy anymore. So it's almost like deli wrap. It glues down like a tissue paper and it's super cool. See, this had a bunch of white paint on one side and some are more transparent, but I just had a ball doing this while we chatted. And I actually may go back on some of these and trace around them. I'll probably use, you know, maybe a paint pen would work best because this is kind of a smooth surface. Oh, this one. Looks like that one didn't get much either. But yeah, this was fun. I would definitely do this again. And when I was done, I wiped off my brushes on some of these. So there is a way to use up something that you might normally throw away. You know, your waxed paper that's no longer waxed. So I did that, and I have been putting some of these pieces in my journal that I'm working on, and that's what I'm going to continue to do today. I've pulled a bunch of stuff to glue down, because you know, thinking what I'm going to do and then gathering up the pieces to put together, it takes just a lot of time. It's sometimes tedious because I'm disorganized these days, and it takes me a while to find stuff. So I did a lot of that ahead of time. And I've done some things off camera. I would just sit down when I have a couple of minutes and go through my stuff and see what I want to do. So we'll just flip through because I can't remember what I've shown you and what I haven't. I don't think I've shown you this. I had this phrase in my phrase folder, and then I had these oranges, so you know, that went together. Yeah, that's there because I need to use it. I don't know that I need to use it there, but I just need to use it. I stuck this on here. This is a thread up sticker on Stitch Fix tags. And maybe I did that last time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did that last time. So, there's that one. And then this one, let's see. Pretty sure you've seen this. I may have added a few things. I did some scribbly words. They're words. I don't remember exactly what words they are, but I just kind of write them squished. The letters are kind of squished on top of each other, so you can't really tell what it says. And I kind of like that scribbly look. This one. Okay, I gave her a little face and some hair out of jewelry. So these were this was in my bling folder, things that I'd cut out, and I saved the parts so you could see what it was. It took me 2 tries to get the hair right. This one was too small, so I had to cut out another section. This was a huge, long bracelet from a magazine. So I cut out just a section of it and glued it on here for her hair. And then these little jewels, I think this was some earrings and that jewel. These were earrings, 2 of the same kind of teardrop shape. And I just, they had like a diamond bezel around them, and I cut that off and then just layered them together like lips. And then see her eyebrow, the little diamonds there. That's from this. It was the other half of this. And I just fussy cut around those so that I could bend it a little more. It needed to be a little more arched. And that's what that was. So that was fun. Yeah, I put some of my new wax papers in a couple of spots. And let's see. Did you see this? I don't remember. I may have done this when we were on our little Zoom play date. I ended up putting this tag right here. I'm thinking it needs some kind of a vertical word or something there. I don't know what that word might be. Maybe I will just write one in. I'm not sure. But anyway, I really like the way that looks. I did some scribble writing here, and then this was a clothing tag that I put a piece of one of those pop art prints that I did a while back. Yes, okay, someone on the last video left a comment. I'm so sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. But she said that the flamingo needed boots. I am on the lookout for boots for this bird because I love that. And her little feet, you know, are angled. I should be able to find some boots that will work in this ad at some point. I know I will. I'm just going to wait it out. And then I cut out this big jewel out of a magazine just the other day, and this is a Stitch Fix sticker, And then this is a watch face out of a watch that I cut apart, which I'll show you. It's going to go on another page. So I just kind of glued those all together and thought they would go well in this circle. But then I decided there needs to be one more layer of something between this and this. So I don't know what that's going to be. We'll just wait and see what happens. Oh, I thought I might put this here because it was kind of laying out, and then this was laying out, and I opened to this page and thought I would do that. So that's the kind of thought I put in there. I used a few of my clothing tags to make some tabs, and I plan on adding a bunch more. These are just the first ones I did. These are the kind that, you know, are on like jeans or pants. It goes over the top of the waistband. So I had a couple of those, and I stapled it because this tag material is really thick, and you know, I don't care about them being evenly spaced. They're just going to be kind of randomly placed. So that's that. There's another one of those. Nothing new there. I think you've seen that. Don't think that's new. Okay, this is where this watch face came from. Right there. I cut it out with an X-Acto. And this fits just right on here. So I thought, oh, I think I will do that. And I wanted a face for it, so I went through all of my faces looking for just the right one, and I think it's going to be this gal. I mean, I love this whole thing. The background with her hair and her little outfit and the way she's got her hands. I just love this. I love, love, love it. I almost hate to cut it apart, but look. Her face. It's perfect. It has to be. It just has to be. So yeah, we're going to do that today. And this, I have been struggling with her. She was not quite as fussy cut as she is now. She's not completely fussy cut. I left a little border around her because she's super fiddly and skinny, and yeah, it's not fun for me to cut that out. And I think I'm just going to put a piece of one of my wax papers here to kind of balance things out. Put her here. This was rubber stamped, and I just went over it with a blue pen. And then this was in my Word file. I stuck a jewel right there because this was a tag. That was the hole. And see, it was like this. And I just cut it to make it shorter, and then re-rounded all of the corners so they all matched. They were rounded to begin with, but they had a real sharp roundness. You know, they were rounded sharp, and I wanted them. I didn't have a rounder that rounded sharp. Like that. I wanted them rounded rounder. So I re-rounded them. Okay, and yeah. So I think that's going to work. Just glue all that down. And this was in something, I don't remember what it was in, but it's got MicroGuard, whatever that is. Anyway, I made a tab out of that. Yeah, still can't commit to that. Still liking that just like it is. Oh, this. Okay, so I cut this out. I did some more harvesting last night. Found this. It was for the Juice perfume ad. And I don't know, this was like a pool float gift with purchase or something with your perfume. I don't even know what it was, but it was easy to cut out, so I cut it out. And then I was trying to figure out something to put on it. Well, look at these little penguins. These I cut out of a Nat Geo. And this little guy, he just looks like he's lounging on the float. And then this little guy is going to be like checking him out, like, what? There we go. And then, look, I've got this word, relax, I found in my Word file. And then I've got this, I might put down here, it says, for great contemplation, great leisure is needed. And it's teeny tiny, so I don't know. I may cut it apart and stick it right there. Because he's just, you know, chilling, chillaxing, doing the thing. I love that. This was another thing off my breeches, and it was fabric, so I stapled it right here for a tab. And I can't remember if I had this done last time or not. I think I did. This was the hemp teak packaging that I covered with tissue and then glued it down and put that behind it and doodled around the stencil and washi tape, you know, just the thing. Stuck that there, I don't know why. And there we are. So let's just get in, glue some of these things down. I have another thing that I'm gonna try to put together. So let's just see. Let's start at the back. Yeah, let's do these guys. All right. So this is the guy I want here, and I was thinking about putting this down here. And I'm going to cut this apart. So, can we see that? I'm not sure. I like it. And, well, let's just keep going with the glue stick. Maybe I don't use glue stick very often because I have trust issues with them. They just don't seem to hold well for me. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and glue him down. And I'll use Helmar 450. And how I chose these, I'll try to remember to explain my thought process. Y'all seem to like that. I had the little ice cream popsicle shaped float, and I wanted something floating on it, and I didn't know what, but I went to my image files and started looking, and they're in alphabetical order, each folder is. So there were animals, and most of my animals were too big for these pages, but then I made my way to birds and started flipping through there, and that's where I saw the penguins. So, you know, I didn't have a plan from the get-go. I just started going through my stuff that I have, and I made it to the bees, you know, alphabetically, and hit the jackpot. So that was, you know, all the thought I gave to that. And then relax. I think I want something behind that because it's just kind of blue on blue. Maybe I want a piece of this. Okay, and that needs to be glued down, you know, collage or decoupage style. Over and under, so I'm going to use my little mixture of about half Elmer's Glue All, half matte finish Mod Podge, and then just a little splash of water, because that makes a good decoupage glue. Ta-da! Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's put this one together. Glue down this little guy first. I'm actually kind of glad to be using her. It's been quite a while since I cut her out, like, I don't know, a couple of years maybe. Feels like it anyway. And I keep running across her going, oh, I should use that image. I love that. She's just so fun. And then I don't use her. I think it's time for another use it up journal. You know, I showed the first one I did years and years ago. I just covered pages of a composition notebook with images from my collection that I was hoarding and not using. And some of the pages had a theme, others were just totally random gluing. And it is still to this day one of my most favorite journals. I mean, I will go back and flip through it and feel the pages and look at the images just for the sheer joy of it. I love that journal. So yeah, if I've got stuff that I've cut out and not used for years, I think that means it's time to do that again and use it up. Okay, super cool. And I need, this glue is not gonna be strong enough to hold that thick tag. It's thick and it's glossy. So it's got 2 challenges, and this one will do the job. 450, dries quick, will hold pretty much anything. Okay. Oh yes, let's take care of this little girl, or this woman, I should say. Now, I'm going to use this Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Craft Glue from Tonic Studio because it has a little bitty tip on it. And I want to get right around the edge. I don't want it too thick, so I don't want it to squish out too much. But I do want to get right around the edge, and then I will place it right where I want it. I'm going to glue this one on here like so, and I had to just remove one link on the watch so that it would fit. But that's pretty darn awesome right there. And then, do I want it right there? See, I'm still not sure if I can commit to putting it down yet. Baby steps, just baby steps. But I am going to do this. That may not have been the right choice of glue. Let's see. This is going from bad to worse. All right, dry it off. She's very distressed looking now, which I don't mind. I may need to go ahead and get her stuck down because I've just made her very fragile. There we go. Okay, I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and glue her down. Just commit, Shannon. It's a junk journal, honey. It just doesn't have to be just right. Y'all, I do sometimes have to still remind myself of that because I'm very much prone to balance and symmetry, and you know, the not thinking randomness is not natural for me. I have to remind myself every now and then to just have fun. So if you need to do that too, then do it. Just give yourself a good reminder that you're in it for the fun, not to, you know, display your awesome artistic skills, your awesome gluing ability. There. Yeah, she's on there. And I like it. Okay. Make sure she's not sticky. We're not sticky. Nope. Is that it? That's all we've got. The one other thing I wanted to do today is when I was just looking for stuff, I ran across this dress cutout. This was like a free printable that I found. I don't even know where because it's been years ago. But sometimes if you do Google searches for like paper doll clothes, or you know, printable paper doll clothes, printable paper doll arms, paper doll legs, don't search for things like disembodied heads. You'll get totally different search results than you will if you search for free printable paper doll heads. Okay? Yeah, learned that one the hard way. Anyway, that was in my, it was actually not where it was supposed to be. It was just in with some other stuff. So I pulled it out and thought, oh, I'll make a paper doll to put in here. So let's do that. Let's make it paper dolls. I'm trying to wipe the goo off my hands. I don't know where we'll put her. Let's just get her made first. I went through, I had this binder that has some paper doll parts and pieces in it. This is where this dress should have been, but it wasn't. So I went through and looked first for heads. And since this dress has shoulders, it really looks better if I have a head with some shoulders to put the dress on. You know, like that makes more sense than that, right? So I went through, I noticed that I'm kind of short on heads. I really need to look for some more. I mean, I've got quite a few, but they're just not quite right, not quite what I wanted. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look for some more heads to use, but I pulled a couple that I thought might work. I've got this girl, and she's turned funny. Let's scooch in because we're kind of small now, aren't we? She's turned funny, but I think she'll do okay. See, she just looks like she has a little growth right there on her, where her shoulder was. Oh, I can move it over. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just move it over, and then she doesn't have a growth. She works. She works pretty well. Or I've got this girl. She's got shoulders. She works well too. So which one do I want? I don't even know. Do I want that girl? I mean, really, I think she probably makes more sense. Although her head's a little small. It feels a little small to me. And she's not cut out yet, so effort. This one, she's already cut out. All I'd have to do is trim her shoulders off. Her head's actually a little too big, I think. Her head may be the right size. I don't know, something right in between. Does it really matter? Not really. I think I'm gonna use her. Okay, let's do it. A little glue right around here, just around the edge. And I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit. And do it like that. Oops. There we go. And then I will just trim around here. A lot of my paper dolls don't have arms because arms are usually really fussy to cut out, and I don't like that. So I'll just either make them armless, or I'll put, sometimes I will cut out arms if I'm in the mood. See, that kind of extended over her shoulders, so I'm gonna trim that off a little bit. Okay, so now she's got her head and her body. Oh gosh, I don't really like that body though. Maybe I should have. You know what? Are we already committed? Are we glued down? Yeah, we're kind of committed. What if I heat this? If it'll just dry it, or will it loosen it first before it dries it? No, I just dried it really good. Okay, I was thinking I may want to collage something over her dress. Well, I could do it over the skirt part. If I do it over this part, it's going to get fussy around her neck, and I don't want to redo that. So let's scooch back out. Maybe not that far. There we go. Let me, I think I want to use my, some of these, you know, that I did, and put over her skirt like that. Oh, that's fun. Isn't that fun? She can go really wild. Get just that part. I think I'll try that. Just from, whoops, the waist down. Now I'm just going to trim around. So see, you can print or even draw dress patterns like this to use for paper doll bodies. I mean, this is not difficult. You could easily draw or trace that on any piece of paper, or make a pattern on a heavy stock, you know, so that you can then lay it on your painty papers and cut it out, or collage over a plain piece of paper. Whatever you want to do. Here, I kind of like, because this has, you know, the line showing through. I like that. So there's her skirt and her top. We can give her a little belt if we want. Oh, I love her. Now, before I get carried away, let's see. I don't want her to be too tall. Okay, she'll be fine. Let's find her some legs, maybe some arms if I have some that are already cut out or not too fussy. People parts. And go past the heads, and we get to eyes and mouths and giant eyes, legs. Here's legs. Okay. Now, we just need probably no more than, yeah, a little bit of thigh, mainly knees. I'd say that's probably a knee length skirt, or just above the knee, right? So, oh, that's kind of cute. Too short. Let's see these maybe. That could work. They're already cut out. I'm liking that aspect of them. Okay, arms. There's some more legs. Those are kind of cute, but effort. Yeah, those are cut out. Those are the winners. And oh look, I do have some arms cut out. Are they going to be the right? Do I have? Oh, those are arms with chests. Okay. See, here's how you can do these. Is I cut out the arm with the chest, but you just put it behind. Oh look, they're a little bit small. I don't know, I think they might work. Let's see these. Oh yes! It's kind of weird, but it'll work. I love it. Okay, I don't have to cut out arms. Are these too big? I think they are. Yeah. Okay. Now, we'll give her arms and legs. Okay. There's her little skinny little arms. And her legs with her big shoes. Like so. Oh, I love it. That's really, paper dolls that I love most are the ones that are just kind of weirdly out of proportion, or, you know, off in some kind of funny way, you know, like her bizarrely skinny arms. Or sometimes I'll give a real feminine paper doll like huge muscle arms out of a magazine. And I like that. So there's our paper doll. She does need a belt of some kind, and this is out. So, oh, I could make her a necklace, a giant necklace. I think I'm just gonna just cut a little piece of this for the belt. I'm gonna have to fussy cut. Okay. I still have not found my X-Acto knife, so I'm using my replacement that I do not like. I've decided. And there is her belt. Cute as can be. Cute, cute, cute. Now, where are we gonna put her? Okay, I'm struggling also with this bottle, wherever it went. So I'm wondering if she needs to go with the bottle. Where thought it was back here toward the back. Does she need to be with the bottle? On the bottle, part of the bottle? I don't know. Beside the bottle? Looking at the bottle? She's looking at it like, hey. I don't know. Kind of liking it. I think maybe I just need the right word or phrase or something. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to need it there somewhere. Yeah. Okay. We got her. You know what we should do? I've got this one other britches tag sitting out. Let's make another thing. And there's some glue left on my brush, so let's glue something on this. Maybe one of my scraps I've got over here. Like here. Not orange. Pink? Kind of pink, yeah. I think I'll do that. And I wanna round the corners too. Yes, like that. And I'm just gonna eyeball it and hope I get it kind of sort of straight, and then I'm gonna staple it on. Perfection. Okay. I'm looking to see if there's anything else I have laying out to show you. I don't think so. So that's it for today. And I don't know. I'm not really bored with this yet, so I guess I'll just keep going. And, you know, if I get bored with it before next week, you'll find out because I'll have something different. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, the end.